Hey, creative souls, writers, word witches. Thank you for tuning in today. It's day 6 of my week-long series where I talk about one banned book, one challenge book per day in recognition of Banned Books Week. So I always appreciate you being here and for your support. Before I know it, I will be at 500 subscribers. That is my consistent goal until I reach it. So my hope now is I will reach it by December 31st. All right, if this video and others resonate with you, I hope that you will subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't know me, my name is Johnny. You can learn more about me and what I do, why I'm here, what I have to offer you as a writer at my website, johnnymazzacco.com. You can check out my blog, writingthroughthebody.com, and lots of other links that I will put below in the description for you to check out. So the book for today is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, written in 1865. So this one has been challenged. However, I didn't find a whole lot about it. But the things that were called into question, especially one thing I find curiously funny, and I will tell you what that is in just a minute. So it doesn't seem to have been challenged directly after its publication or for quite some time. As I said, it was published in 1865, and it wasn't until the early 1900s that some schools um, started to prohibit it from their curriculum for a period of time. And again, I'll let you know why that is in just a minute. And I just think it's hilarious. Um, oh, here we go. It was the same reason in China. China's Hunan province in 1931. The officials there banned this tale that I think most of us find very whimsical. But here's the thing that bothered people. It's that animals talk in it. So what they said in China was that animals should not be given human speech. Nearly 70 years after publication, Carroll's fantasy still unsettled authorities. So it has been challenged or banned for portraying animals in human language and roles, which some officials, like I said, deemed inappropriate or even dangerous for society. All right. And then in the 1960s, the book and its adaptations faced censorship, again, due to perceived drug use allusions, particularly the caterpillar smoking the hookah and the hallucinatory effects of the mushrooms. So back to the talking animals for a minute. Here's another thing that I forgot. Some believed that to put animals on the same level of humans was a catastrophic and dangerous idea. And clearly this is true because animals are superior to humans. I say that half joking, but I just think animals are so pure and so sentient. And I think to view them as subservient to us, I don't know. It's just something personally that bothers me. Some also believed that talking animals goes against God. Oh no. Um, let's not have imaginations. Let's not have fun, right? And the issues with the hookah and the mushrooms that Alice takes, um, it's been a while. I think that's how the mushrooms figure into the story. Um, those were viewed, as I mentioned earlier, reference to psychedelic drugs and hallucinogens. And this was in the 60s when this was challenged is very interesting to me because of the drug revolution that was going on in the US at the time. But then maybe that's why some people were so up in arms over it, was for that reason, because drugs were becoming much more prevalent in society and more accepted by some. Others cited a disrespect for authority as a reason um, to challenge it, and we would not want people to challenge authority, right? I mean, to be honest, when I think about this, I find that sort of ridiculous because, you know, I will say this for one thing, I raised my kids to question things. I did not want them being little sheep, little automatons that would just go through the world doing what everybody told them, following the party line, accepting the status quo. Um, and of course, that meant for some very challenging conversations. Um, but I would rather have had that than have them just be yes people. I wanted them to be able to find their own inner compass and figure out who they were as individuals. Also, as a professor, part of the whole scheme or structure of teaching argumentation is to challenge, to ask questions, to have this like lively conversation, a discourse about things. And so I always find it interesting when powers that be, and I'm not thinking of anyone in particular right now, yes, I am, um, who do not like to be challenged. I think it's a big problem. And so what I do find surprising about this, though, is that I could not find anything, and maybe you can, maybe you know of something. I could not find anything that challenged all the references to the Red Queen's request for beheadings. Um, to me, that's more alarming than kids being exposed to talking animals and caterpillar puffing on a hookah. Um, so anyway, just me, but I did find that interesting. Um, I don't see how it pales in comparison to the two, but so be it. Um, and as I was leafing through the book and looking for information about it, it dawned on me I'm not 100% sure that I have read it, which is shocking to me. This doesn't seem right. Like I feel like I must have read it to my kids, but I honestly don't remember. So I'm going to add it to my reading list and read it and make sure that I can say that I read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So I would love to know in the comments if you've read it. How old were you when you read it? And what was your impression of it? I would like to know if you were a kid when you read it. Did these things that adults were concerned about, did it land on you in a certain way? Or did you just write it off as some fantasy, which is what I think kids do? But I would love to know. So that's it for today, lovely writers. I will be back tomorrow with the last in this week-long series of books that have been challenged or banned. As always, I send you mad writing mojo. Happy writing.